I thought I'd show one of my favorite ab exercises to work in since I learned about it. This is called a cross leg reverse crunch, and it's used by the Air Force during their PT training. It's very simple to do, so it's something that you can do at home if you have enough space, and maybe you don't have enough space at the gym, or you just want to do it before you go to the gym. You know, maybe it's too busy there, and it's something you can just easily work in. I'll show you how you do it. You basically lay down like this, flat, keep your legs straight, and how the Air Force would do it is they would have you put your arms over your chest, and if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can put your hands behind your head. Now, when you're trying to put your hands behind your head, try not to yank on your head too much. You're going to naturally want to do that because you're pulling, you're in your mind, you're going to be pulling yourself up, but you don't want to pull yourself up with your arms. You want to use your abs to contract to pull everything together. And so if you can kind of envision that, so you're going to focus on just trying to get your shoulder blades off the ground to contract, and using your abs to contract that. Once your shoulder blades are off the ground, if you can't go any further, honestly, that's good enough. You can come back down. Even if you can't get that far, you're still going to be working towards that. So this, if you can do a little bit, that's still better than nothing. You'll eventually be able to work your way up. I know when I started doing ab exercises was incredibly hard, and it does get progressively easier. I would say it's always tough. They're very, very tough to grow. So don't get too upset if you are having a hard time with it. It's something that is going to take quite a bit amount of time. So I'll just show you with the easier version first. So come up, touch your knee with your elbow, and again, if you can only get your shoulder blades off the ground, that's still better than not being able to get anything. And eventually you'll get here, and then if you want to make it harder, I'm going to hold my hands off to the side so that, like, you can see I'm not yanking my head. But typically I would hold my hands behind my head and just try to use the thumbs to try to keep it more or less floating, if that makes sense, off of my head. Because again, you don't want to start yanking on your neck. That's going to cause a lot more problems. So typically, I'll work these in with other things, or run it, if I'm doing these alone, maybe 3 to 5 sets to failure. Honestly, 3 sets to failure with these, if you're just starting out, that's going to be a pretty fair workout to start with. But these are just something I would recommend working into your routine, working into your ab routine, especially if you're starting. They're fairly easy to learn, and they can help you progress onto other things.